Hello together, this is Herbert speaking to you and welcome to this video where I want to real quick show you how I run Lazarus M10 this week. First of all, I'm having 3 gear sets which I'm using, and we have the first part where I'm light tanking with 50 constitution till Zilla. Zilla I'm taking heavy. And then we have the third part where I'm gonna run 5 con light DD with hatchet. So let's start me first with the first part. I play sword and shield plus hammer. Mainly hammer, to be honest. And shield mostly for applying the keenly jacked sometimes on the name. Or getting a bit fortified and the wider taunt spell with the defender's resolve. So mostly I'm using the hammer, and I'm playing with refreshing move, ancient bane, and wishes. You can definitely play with Bartekat's Cudgel without refreshing move. It makes it a bit safer and easier for the start, but it's not needed to have refreshing move. And I'm wrong with my chest. I'm using a light chest that I'm, of course, in the light section. So, let's start with the head. Since I'm playing, or try to play, self-crafted max DPS round shield, I'm playing with keenly jacked and enchanted here and no shield rush. That's why I need my shield rush on the head. Or I'm using it on the head with strange and ward, of course. I'm using the Sunlord wings as chest. I think that's a pretty classic thing. If you don't have the amount of parts and don't want to craft something for yourself, you can go with the Sunlords easily. But of course you have to be aware that you're getting dexterity, and if you're playing as much hammer as I do at the start, it's not good to have too much dexterity. So, since I'm not playing Bartekat's Cudgel at the start, I'm playing refreshing move. I need to have the Sundering Shockwave on my gloves as well. On my pants, I'm wearing the Tondo, that I'm getting more crit with our Rapier player. And here is the second part, just a filler. You can go with refreshing evasive, like the Sunlord boots, or just refreshing ward. I just want to try it, and I think it's okay. It's not the best thing, but it's okay. So as amulet, I'm using the kinda Murkguard amulet. It's self-crafted with empowered nature protection and health. I think it's pretty the way to go. As ring, in the first third, I'm using strike damage, leeching, and hearty. I crafted that by myself, and you can go with a bone ring with extra with keen awareness. I tried it sometimes, and I haven't experienced more crits when I'm using keen awareness, so that's why I stopped playing it and went back to my strike ring here. And as earring, I'm playing Refreshing Toast, Despised, and Purifying Toast. Purifying Toast is nice to have, because when you're getting rooted by the green circle which running around from the names, you can clear yourself out of there. But you have to wait a little bit that you're, I don't know, half a second or something like that. You get rooted, wait half a second, then pull your regeneration potion, and then you can clean yourself out of there. So my sword is Ancient Bane, Refreshing Move, and Wishes. Like I said before, I'm not using the sword as main weapon, but I think that's pretty dope so far. And the hammer, like I already said, Refreshing Move and Ancient Bane works pretty good. My other char, I'm using Refreshing Move and Ancient Bane as well. But definitely you can go for the Bartekat's Cudgel, which is pretty biz so far. I'm using as grasping wines mostly, but experience more and more the problem to find the timing where I can lose all my fortify and not dying to pull the wines, or if you're pulling the wines, you're losing all your buffs, empowerment as fortify. So I'm struggling more and more to find the right timing and not holding it too long in my or fully charged in my inventory. So that's why I'm thinking about taking explosion here as well. But I will start with a vine. That's the first third. On Zilla, I'm changing. I wanted to show you 50 Constitution. I can't go lower on Dex because of my gear, so 57 is okay, and the rest in Strength. Let my hammer do as much as he can. And then on Zilla, I'll swap to my heavy gear with a different hammer and a different shield and my different ring, Legatus ring. So now I have 190 Constitution and the rest in Strange. It's pretty easy to tank Zilla as heavy tank. Since Zilla is so far not ancient, she will be in the March patch. At the end of March, if the patch comes out, she will be an ancient. But so far she's not classified as or not categorized in enemy group. So Opal, no, not Opal, Onyx for physical damage absorption is definitely the best, and no ward is needed. That's why I crafted some cheap pattern with refreshing elemental aversion, which is Knight against the Arcan, which he's applying. I'm having here my leaping strike, because I mostly play sword and shield against Zilla. So the empowering leaping strike is nice, and shirking fortification got random rolled on it, so it's not bad to have. Here I have my Keen Tondo, resilient of course is wasted, but I just crafted in one perker here, and everything else is bonus or wasted, so I didn't want to spend more than needed. Here the summer event pattern as well. So my shield is just my overall tower shield for ancient, so I'm not getting any profit of my ancient ward here. But what I want is the fortifying shield rush, and sturdy is not that bad. It's okay, I profit at least a bit of it. As my amulet, I'm using the Graveguard seal from Starstone. It's nice because it has Constitution, which boosts my Constitution. It has slash protection, and divine is not that bad. So I wanted either trust or slash protection on my amulet, and I got this in my box, or found this in my box, and it's okay. So the guard's ring, I'm definitely on the empowerment cap on the sword, but yeah, just play it. Keen awareness is nice to have here, even with Keen Tondo and all the hits. And even later, I don't want to swap it again when I'm playing Hatchet. Earring stays, so that's my Zilla setup. After Zilla, I'm killing myself at the event and de-equipping my gear, which I'm not using any longer. And I'm pulling my Hatchet and my light gear out again, so I'm taking this, now medium chest. So that's the stuff which I'm wearing over the dungeon, or over the after Azilla when I'm opening the door. So I'm playing my Bone Growth Hatchet, which drops in Laza, or which you can get there if you're lucky. Refreshing Torrent, Wishes, Ancient Bane is pretty nice there. Carniole, of course, in it to get the aggression. And Badekat's Katche to have the CC up. The light armor I showed before, I have on my medium chest the refreshing torrent as well, which is pretty lost because I have it on my hatchet, but since I'm just need to fill the medium chest here, I could go for refreshing or I don't know if there are names or something like that, but I definitely have a few other medium chests in my storage, but I just grab them and yeah, so it's fine. Thundering Shockwave, Eason wasted as well when I have it on my hammer, but whatever. Kintondo and Refreshing Ward. So, and my Amulet of course back. Legatus Ring, definitely best ring if you're playing a slashed weapon, and Earring with Despised as well. So, and of course, I'm switching my stats when I'm dead. So I'm going to 300 and 210 with my hatchet and my hammer. And this stats or this setup I'm playing till the second last boss. After we opened the last event, the door, I'm switching to my greatsword, and it doesn't matter which I'm slotting it for. My stuff is a bit messed up then. I don't have crit anymore, but since the greatsword going with both sets equally, I'm getting even more damage out of it, and I'm playing only greatsword at Charters. I don't play any other weapons. And Drenching Strike's Ancient Bane is pretty classic and the cheapest you can get. I'm playing a diamond here. I experimented with an opal, with a topaz, and with a diamond, and I think the diamond and opal are pretty the same. It's just a personal feeling, I think, because if you're in the void or in the oblivion from the void gauntlet, and you have you can have a bit of a downtime because you're having always full, and what I experienced, it doesn't proc like it should with the opal in it. And the diamond is pretty much the same. You're not always full life when you're having bloodletting and or getting a hit or something like that. So it's pretty up to you which gem you're using in it. So I will go with the diamond for the first, at least, and maybe I'll swap back. But yeah, so that's just up to you and personal preference, I think. I'm using, of course, a health potion, infused regeneration potion, hearty meal, always nice when I don't have regeneration on my earring, and of course the ancient ward potion. And in our group, we always say when to use the ward potion that everybody can take it in the certain amount of time, and don't forget it, and we're dying. So yeah, that's are my 3 armor sets which I'm using in Lazarus. I hope I cleared everything. No, I forgot to show my skill setup. This is my sword and shield which I'm using. So on Zilla, mostly I'm using just Sleeping Strike and Shield Rush, sometimes Defender's Resolve to getting more Fortify. You can pause and copy that if you want to. On Hatchet, I'm playing currently this. Maybe I will swap to the Infected Throw. It depends on how many Infected Throws we already have in our group. I'm not sure if we're having 1 or 2 already. And so it's always nice to have at least 2 in your group. We have a hammer. This is the hammer skills I'm using for a decent time. It'll clear out everybody, or I think every speedrun tank swapped from Armor Breaker to Clear Out. Extasia made Clear Out great again. So shout out to him. Definitely a good player. And reinventing the hammer for a tank, at least in my opinion. So the Great Sword, is that what I'm playing? I'm not even sure if I stay or stick to that. But for the first, this is my overall setting. You can switch a few points. For example, you can go with that point, or you can go with that. That's on Scylla or Shardis, for example. Can be nice to have. But yeah, that's just small changes. I think that won't be the different if you're running a 15 or a 12 time. So that's just small adjustments. And it's more important that your team play is on point and you're having all the right, all the same mindset and group layout, or going or are on the same page, which way you're running, and that you're just keep pushing and doing the speedrun thing. So yeah, that's for me, and as always, I wish you a great day, have a great one, see you in the next video. Trackzak!